who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in evening dew, that might control the starry pole and fallen light renew. O earth, return, arise out of the dewy grass. Night has worn and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while wilt thou turn away? The starry floor, the watery shore, is given thee to the break of day. Good to be with you once again. It is I, your bard, your spiritual entertainer, nothing more, nothing less. Comedy and spirituality, 7 days a week. Every morning I am here for your entertainment leisure. We got a fun day today for my community members. We're going to watch a movie together and live stream it called Reefer Madness. You can learn the history of why I've lost my mind. Good to see you, Mill, and ELP is here. Good to have you here. And, oh, Jenny, did you change your image? Did you change your image, Jenny? Are you the bearded lady, Jenny? Because I don't see the bearded lady anymore. Good morning to you. Goblin is here. My grinder buddy Steve is here. And look at who is up early. Athena, don't you sleep? The goddess Athena coming down from Mount Olympus, from the ages through the eons, by permission of Zeus himself. It is Lady Athena here in the chat. Today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe that's 6 p.m. UK time. We're going to be doing it. So that is, Jenny, you just change your image here. I'll try to remember that image here. Our good friend, community member, Jenny, our bearded lady, Jenny Cleavage. Good to have you here. You haven't gone to sleep yet, Athena? Damn. You need some reefer madness in your life. Oh, my goodness. In a good reefer, get you in a place of comfort and relaxation so you can sleep the night away. Every night I have some reefer to help me sleep all night long like a baby. And my Krishna friend is here. Unamas, good to have you here. Hi, Krishna to you. And Super Scott is here. Our good friend. Oh, this is your kitten, Cheddars. Look at that. In the image of our friend Jenny here. Her wonderful creature there, the Cheddars. Oh, how adorable. What time is that in the grinder time? Every time is grinder time. Oh, man. Yeah, some magical herbs always help. It went down the wrong pipe there. Greetings to you. French, good to have you here for your entertainment leisure, right? I don't know, next month, I don't know. Summertime, I've had a lot of free time for community stuff, right? There are probably not as many games and stuff. Summertime, I have a lot of free time. Cthulhu blessings upon all. The great Dark Lord is coming. Be prepared, my friends. Cthulhu is coming. Are you ready? Will you be not saved from the great Lord that is coming? Are you not saved? Yes. Let's see. You hope everyone is doing well in chat. Yes, better than ever we can be, right? Better than ever we can be. Bard is going back to school next month. He can't wait for the story. Yeah, taking my kids to school, right? Waiting in the car lines, so on and so forth. Do I know Charlie Deesnuts? No, I don't know who that is. Graphic Jack. God bless you. Thank you, Jasmine Miller. What kind of blessing do we receive today from your deity? Jasmine Miller, 5157. It's got like all the Heinz ketchup covered there. Yes. Your birthday is this Wednesday. You're excited. Look at you. You're getting older. Oh, my goodness, right? You're turning 31. Wow. I remember when I was 31. Those were the good old days when I had more hair, teeth, and my penis was working better. You know, back in those times. Am I from Harry Potter? Yes, I am the gay lover that was cut out of Harry Potter in the movie. Yeah, I had to share them with Jenny, and it was all kinds of conflict. The world wasn't ready for the homosexuality of Harry Potter yet, so they cut out those scenes. Yeah. Um, you like to look at my snake? Well, give me $20. You could take a good look at my snake. Don't forget, my friends, there's a like button right here. You see it? We have all these people here, and I need 100 likes today. I need 100 likes today before I can finish what I'm doing here. You know that what will happen if I don't, right? My wife sends me out to do male prostitution. It's like, you ain't going to make money out here. You're going to make money out there. Get your ass out there to the street corner. I'm like, all right, baby. When you were in America, you really got into the culture. You went to the shop and the guy said, have a nice day. And I did it. So I sued him. Oh, damn. Our friends from New Zealand, right? Super Scott, yes. Smash that like button. And Boss Baby is here. Oh, my. Good to see you, Boss Baby. And thank you for the gold. Love, Jackson. Glad to have you here. And Ara. Ara, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well, Ara. Good to have you here as we're having our religious service together, right? A lot of religious people, they worship on Sundays, right? And we're doing it our own way, right? Spiritual entertainment, the Church of Spiritual Entertainment. Can you do some magic, please? If you give me $20, I will. I don't work sexual favors for free. I mean, you want to see it, you have to pay for that shit, right? You admire your dedication to streaming. Well, I enjoy doing it. I feel that this is what I'm supposed to be doing in life. And so I do it every day in my own way, providing entertainment for people. This is disgusting. Why are you here, dumbass? Damn. Have you tried Skyrim? Screw Skyrim. Screw it. It's Oblivion or nothing. Damn children. It's Sunday now, Athena. You've made it through the other end. Yeah. Wizards don't ask for money. I'm a bard. Jesus loves. Good. Ceridwen loves too. My goddess Ceridwen, she loves. Oblivion is amazing, and so is borrowing. Yeah. Let us all go to church today, the Church of the Bard. We're all here for the entertainment leisure, the Church of the Bard. You know a magic trick? I can make money disappear. I know a magic trick. I can demonstrate to you that when your wiener will stop working, usually after 45. Yeah. Nicholas is here. Good to see you. Exploding on the chat here. You are satanic, sir. Prove it. Prove it. You are a blasphemer to your own rules. You shall not bear false witness. You shall not do these things, right? You shall not judge. What are you doing? Oh, you're doing the opposite of your own rules. The Church of God is the right way. That's what you're here. This is the Church of God. I am your deity today. Elorando, nope. Oh, let's see. My introduction to Elder Scrolls. I've also played Arena and Daggerfall. Yeah, those are all terrible. The older stuff, I'm glad it's gone. I mean, the interface was terrible. Am I a member of 764? What the hell is that? Is that some new type of millennial perverted group? Is that shit on a stick? No, that happens on your sticks. This is for walking. You take your sticks and shove them up your ass. I don't do that here. Look at these children in a Skyrim bullshit, right? Yeah, it's a game. Yeah. Gay Red Riding Hood. Do you see red here? What is this? I am Gay Blue Riding Hood, damn it. Damn. Mom got mac and cheese waiting for you upstairs. I don't live in the basement for any reason. I'm not going back up there. I moved away from my mother's domain. Now I'm in the basement. Why would I want to go back upstairs? She could throw that shit down the dumbwaiter. Yeah. Is there Discord groups? Yes, there is. You see that join button there? You buy me a coffee, you join the Discord. Today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be watching Reefer Madness. If you are in the Discord, you can hop in the chat. We're going to laugh together, giggle, and enjoy this classical hour-long film about the dangers of reefer use. Yes, when I was a teenager, I was diagnosed with reefer madness. I haven't been the same since. Yeah, Mr. Casey, you think I'm hilarious? Well, I am a comedian. Yeah, that's what I do. Comedy and spirituality together. No, I never got into RuneScape. No, I never got into RuneScape. Nice to see you, FSH Rance. Good to have you here. Morrowind was okay. Yeah, I like Morrowind. You need to join the Discord, but I don't know where to get the invite. Like, on my page, there's a community tabs. It says members. Right there is the Discord link. If you click on the members, you will get the link for Discord. And you just push on that, you're there. No problem, right? The Toad says, hi. Oh, my. We love talking to Toads. What about Oblivion? Oblivion is all that matters, Mark. All that matters. As I tell people, Oblivion music I play all day long. When I'm taking a shower, going to the bathroom, going to the McDonald's drive-thru, making love to my wife's boyfriend. It's always playing in the background. Oh, go to Bot's channel members. Yeah. You're a wizard here. Do I look like a damn wizard? Oh, my goodness. What you are doing involves something bad or evil. I'm leaving because I'm Christian. Oh, poor baby. You can't prove any of that shit at all. What you're doing is evil because your Bible says you shall not bear false witness. It says you shall not judge, right? Your Bible says that. What are you doing? I have done nothing to promote aligning oneself with the Dark Lord Cthulhu. I haven't done that yet. That's later on in the show. But still, right? You are living in contradiction. You've been controlled and manipulated to be afraid of anything. Do you have a moment to talk about the All Father? The pentagram behind you isn't for vibes. It's for entertainment. Yeah. It's a symbol of my ancestors who were Celts. I honor them in my own way. Right? A wonderful channel I like watching is called The Celtic Source. He has an interesting show on there called There's No Such Thing as the Celtic Race, right? But there were Celtic peoples, Celtic origin in terms of culture. And if you go to Ancestry.com, it will help you to discover who your Celtic ancestors were. I have a mixed Celtic heritage all over the United Kingdom, right, in northern France. The bard is always right. That's right. It's a video game. I'm a Christian too, and you're exhausted. Well, you don't have to be here, dumbass. You don't have to be here if it's exhausted. When I am exhausted, I go somewhere else, right? Yeah, there's a lot of good Christian people out here that understand humor and satire. Unfortunately, some people are so brainwashed that they cannot see beyond their fundamentalism. What if you summoned, we're all Daedric princes watching you, questioning your whole fantasy cosplay? What if you're the summon? Yeah, what if I was? What if I'm here by the good graces of Shegaroth, right? That's my deity. Jeez! Yeah. Arion and the Druids turned to stone. There's all kinds of traditions of Druidry out there, right? I belong to the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. They are a wonderful group that is based in the UK, but it's all over the world. They have great resources to help you to learn earth-based spirituality. I got to go back to bed. You're exhausted. All right, good night. Have a good night to you. You want to get in my backside? Well, give me $20, right? Am I a Daedra? Yes, I am Shegaroth. This is the Wabbajack right here, right? This is you've seen the video game version. That's not real. Yeah, Circle of Protection. You want me to say happy birthday to your daughter, D's Nuts? Yes. If you don't like the program, change the channel. Yeah, real easy. Real easy to do. Why stay in wine, right? Good, great hood, mystical. Ooh, what am I? I'm arousing you. If I'm arousing you, make sure you hit the like button right there. When I get aroused, when I'm going through the streams and I get a boner, I go make sure I touch the like button every time, right? With my penis. If you're going to read chat, at least read it correctly, bro. I was taking up to you. It's all good though. I'm an entertainer. I take the you people are not real to me. I read words on the and if I get it wrong, please forgive me because I'm an entertainer. I will run with your words. There's no context to me. I'm not talking to like real life persons here, where there's a context, there's a mood, right? I can't tell anything. It's just words on a screen, right? So I do my best with that. Bard is a member of the Order of Bards, not to be confused with the only Bards. Yes, that's right. Oh no, it's our friend from the Atheist to Jesus. You just want to say that I'm hilarious. Thank you. Thank you for being here, our good Christian friend. Mark, you're not real. Neither am I. Join the club of unreality. Yeah. How to cure erectile dysfunction? Well, light sockets help with me. Light sockets. All that electrolysis. Yeah. Cannabis Gold is here. Fire up your reefers, my friends. We got golden cannabis here in the chat for your reefer entertainment, which paves the way today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're doing a community reaction stream to the great film Reefer Madness. That will be at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join our Discord, and you can come in and laugh and giggle with us. Unfortunately, you're not a Christian, sir, and I don't care. I'm not a Christian either. Yeah. Yeah, fleshlight sockets, that helps. You think I'm a Pokemon, right? Are you going to catch me? You got to pay me $20 for the Pokemon perversions, right? There's all these perverts out here. They have all these strange desires. I don't work for free. I don't work for free, right? Make sure as you're coming in, friends, to hit that like button up there. You see it? Like, subscribe, join. We want you to join our wonderful community of people here. We have wonderful conversations together with one another every day. Comedy and spirituality in one place, right? Let's see here. You think, let's see, eating disorder, not the penis problem. Well, I can't help you there. I'm only good with dinglings. Yeah. Harry Potter, that's right, Elisa. There's nothing wrong with a little cannabis in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, right? My friend Steve here, he is an expert. He is a cannabis breeder. He breeds cannabis. He's got a beautiful crop in his hidden compartment. Every time we go on our grinder dates, he brings me free samples. Yes, I'm gay. Yeah. If you're seduced, drunken Nords with just your voice, the mysterious hooded look. Why am I a lover here? A magic. See, you're getting all aroused watching me, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being aroused by watching me. I welcome it. You know, you are free. See, I can't see what you're doing on the other side of the screen. So I'm okay with it, right? You do you, right? You are free to be as aroused as you want to be and do whatever you want. As long as you're liking and subscribing, that's all I care about. And how you hit that like button, that's your prerogative. Like Bobby Brown once said, my prerogative. You do what I want to do. My prerogative. What the hell is this? I actually want to know if it's satanic or some wizardry shit. Why can't it be everything? We can do some Satanism here. Oh, we can do some Dungeons and Dragons manuals. We can listen to Ozzy Osbourne and worship the devil together. Yeah. And then we can do some the other stuff that you're interested in. You know how cringy and gay this is. So what? Why are you here? Do you want to be gay too? Is that why you're watching? Come on. Homosexuality is lots of fun. It's lots of fun. Hey, you can be gay too. Yeah, why not, right? It's not satanic, it's comedy. See, don't tell them that, Athena. You don't want to give away our secrets here. You need some herbs to make some teas for remedies for your body, for your life and soul. You are a tea person. Isn't that beautiful, right? This guy has been watching too much Hammer House of Horror. Oh, that's excellent. That's a classic group of horror films from 1980. British series of horror films, excellent for that time period, right? My favorite is the first one with the witch, right, showing up. Excellent film series. See, you don't know that I am a person of culture. I know these things, right? You like my shirt? Thank you. Do I sell staffs like that? You talking about my wiener? Go to my OnlyFans page if you're interested in. We could talk a deal on there. This is a walking stick, by the way. I am old and decrepit. I need to get around with a walking stick. Yeah, most of my body is filled with arthritis. Yeah. Hiroshi's gas station is here. Good to see you. He sells staffs behind his gas station, Circle K. Hiroshi's gas station, downtown Dallas, Texas. I always go there with my grinder dates. Guinness is greatness. You need a wizard staff? Well, yeah, well, you could. I mean, they're not hard to find, right? Can you tell the mods not to delete my comments, please? Well, don't be a dick. And they won't. Yeah. I've been watching too much Dark Ministry Undertaker. The Undertaker was an interesting relic of the WWF days, right? The Undertaker, he was easily defeated, but he had a powerful presence on the stage, right? If you remember during that time of wrestling in the 1980s. Am I circumcised? Yes, I'm a gay Jewish sorcerer. So of course my penis. I took extra skin off. Yeah. Bon always makes a mess in the bathroom at your gas station. Yeah, we have a good time in there, me and Steve, right? We're always but we buy your hot dogs afterwards with the chili dogs that are always on sale at the Circle K there. Let's see, when he unmasked Kane, yeah, you remember those good old days of wrestling, right? The late '80s, mid '80s. That's when wrestling was great. For luck, yes, why not? What are your thoughts on India and Muslim? I love India. Hindus make up most of my viewers, believe it or not. I don't know why, but every time I look, there's people from India watching, and I love Hinduism. I love the history of India is something we can learn from as a humanity, and their religion is like one of the best kind. All of their mythology, all of their things revolve around, trying to find liberation, right? I am a fan of Parvati because my ancestors, we called her Keridwen. I mean, you have this universal myth that is present all around the world. And the Hindus do mythology like no other people in the world, right? I like all people. I like all people. I don't discriminate against people. Now, in terms of religion, there's a lot of terrible religion out there, like the Abrahamic religions. I'm not a fan, but I know that you could be in a religion and make it beautiful. Like when I get in a terrible D&D game, the dungeon master sucks, right? I make it fun for me, right? And that's what a lot of people do with their religion. They like the way they're doing it terribly. I'm going to do it my way. I think that's commendable. Every major religion holds some aspect of ultimate divine truth. Yeah, that's the great perennial philosophy, right? You are a good person. Well, thank you. You're a level 99 warlock mage. Look at you. When modern D&D only goes up to level 20. Someone's getting rebiked. You want me to be your dungeon master? You got $20? Yeah. I only follow the religion of cheese. Praise Shegaroff, right? Cheese. Do I read Psalm 137 after what? Paul Bear is the most attractive. Yeah, he was interesting, right? Paul Bear. If you remember from the WWF, Paul Bear and the Undertaker, that was like 1989, right? That's when it came out. Yeah. He had an interesting look and appeal to him, Paul Bear, right? Abrahamic religions are the reason why racism is a thing. Yes, the Abrahamic religions are racist. That's a conversation that we usually don't have with Jewish people, right? because they've experienced lots of racism throughout their history. But their religion is racist. A chosen people that gives you the right to genocide your neighbors. I mean, it's a racist religion. And it's the reason why slavery continued, for instance, in the United States. You had Christians. Look, the Bible says right here that you should be my slave. Obey your masters. Yep, it's a racist religion. You're right. What is my favorite class? Paladin. Paladin. Yeah, paladin and bards and clerics. Wizards after that. The other classes, not so much. You remember him? You do? Found? Yeah. Why do Jewish mothers and Christian mothers both worry about their kids the same way? Oh, well, that's generalization. Everyone's different. You can't say, why do they do this? Every mother is different, right? Oh, you're making a joke about waiting for the Messiah. Yeah. Let's see here. The laws and recommendations of every prophet has been that this planet came to some creational energy known as spirit. Well, yeah, people like making shit up all the time. I mean, there's always something new out there, right? Context, you're being intellectually lazy. It's probably because my penis doesn't work as accurately as it used to. You want to give it a lift? Yeah. Or a shakedown or something? Learn the truth of creation. No, I don't want to learn your fantasy. I'm very happy with my own fantasies. Cindy, you want a shout out, damn it. Hail Santa. Praise the Easter Bunny. Yeah, why the F not, right? I am Satan's saint. Why do you say that? I don't go around talking about that. Now, we have the Church of Satan, the Satanic Temple people come on here all the time. But I'm not a Satanist. I'm just an entertainer. I entertain all people, and not just certain religious groups. What's up with the symbol in the back, you bigot? Why am I a bigot? Prove to me that I'm a bigot. You can't. You're making all that shit up. Satan Hatten. There you go. Satan probably wonders why he gets so many cards. I mean, think about how much attention Satan gets from Christians. They're always talking about him. He loves it, right? I can only imagine if I was the devil. Look what the Christians have done. They gave him his own day, Halloween. I mean, you can't beat that. If you're Satan, you're like, thank you, Christians. You're giving me my own day. You're giving me credit for all of this stuff in the world. Thank you. I mean, I'm sure that the devil really appreciates the good, shout outs from the Christians on a daily basis. I truly wish you looked toward the only book worth reading named The Goblet of Truth. It's definitely on Android. I'm more of a Sorcerer's Stone person. That is my favorite manual for salvation. You apologize. All right, see you later. Both sides are fairy tales. Waste of time, dude. I don't care. God repents you this, not right. Have you thought about hooked on phonics? I mean, your grammar's terrible. Where are we at? What is this? This is spiritual entertainment. Comedy and spirituality together in one place. You're a Satanist, and what the hell am I doing? What type of Satanist are you? I'm a big fan of the Satanic Temple. Those are my people and friends. What type of Satanist are you? I'm not a Satanist. I'm just an entertainer. Satan is scared of Christians? No, he's not. He wouldn't be around if it wasn't for you assholes, right? Like, for instance, I just mentioned the Satanic Temple. There would be no Satanic Temple if there wasn't a bunch of fundamentalists running the governments, right? I apologize for the voice text. The laws and recommendation, the book, The Goblet of Truth, is the real Holy Grail. Oh, well, I don't know how to read. Sorry. I am illiterate. I can only, everything here is translated by an artificial intelligence to me. I bind you in the name of Yeshua. Why are you tying me all up? That's later after the show for your sexuality. I don't do that shit live. Yeah, I'll lose my monetization if you want to bind me up here. What kind of pervert are you, right? That's personal. 400 billion stars in our galaxy. If maths are at least 1 million Satans spend their whole life on earth, that's what's called egocentrist. I don't even know what that is. Begone, Satan. I compel you to leave this man in the power of Christ. Ha! Ha! Yes! No, we don't want to go. Oh, no. Oh, help. Help me. Oh, no, the devil. No. Oh, no, you got, Rice Krispies. Oh, there we go. That was the demon of Rice Krispies. See, that was a cheaper box because I turned homosexual and I seen the 3 gay elves that were from the pit of hell eating Rice Krispies cereal. And now I'm possessed. Thank you, Christian. You set me free from terrible cereal choices. Oh, thank you. Yeah. If you missed any of my other exorcisms, I have a playlist called Daily Exorcism, where you could see all the Christian powers in action, right? I am the most demon-possessed man in human history. You have the privilege of meeting all of the demons here every damn day by our Christian community here. They love casting the devils. It gives such a hard on doing it, doesn't it? No, don't eat Rice Krispies. The Christians told you about these cereals. Rice Krispies has the 3 gay elves on it. And you will become a homosexual if you eat Rice Krispies. The Christians knew this, right? They knew about all these gay cereals, like Tony the Tiger. He's a gay man. He's queer eye for the straight cereal guy, right? They knew all about these things. Lucky Charms, that's like right out of the pit of hell, right? The Christians are experts at the demonic powers of the cereals that are out there. I mean, look what happened to Mr. Jenner. It's now Mrs. Jenner. He was on Wheaties. Now he's on the Fruit Loops box, right? You see what happens? Blasphemy, yes. I need Jesus, yeah. Let's see here. What is your... It was a wizard's favorite meal. Oh, shit. We got the wizard jokes out. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. My Kool-Aid gets you high. You want to drink the Kool-Aid because Punchy jumps out of the wall. Hey, right? You love Lucky Charms. Don't eat it. You will go to hell. Lucky Charms is a satanic cereal. That's what the Christians told me about the cereal. When I was a Christian, like if you eat Lucky Charms, you are doomed. You will be possessed by all kinds of demonic entities as soon as those marshmallows hit your tongue. Not the dry part of the cereal. It's the marshmallows. That's why all the children, when they get a Lucky Charms, what do? They eat the marshmallows. That is diabolical. That is the devil there at work. You are ex-priest of Satan? Yeah, sure you are. I'm an ex. Don't you love it when Christian converts will say, I used to be a Satanist and a practicing witch? And it was just, if you start talking to them about it, they were just children messing around, had no idea what the hell they were doing, right? There's a witch with us. How should we test her? Get her in the bedroom. See what power she can work for you. You've already done your rebuke in Jesus' name today. The demons have already been exorcised. I am straight again. All of my homosexuality has gone out the backside. I've returned to heterosexual relations. See, now my wife's happy about that. She's like, oh, finally, I got rid of the gay man, right? Let's see here. I'm the guy on the Lucky Charms box. You are the one that it causes so much arousal to people, right? Oh, man. Messy Dude is here. Good to see you, Messy Dude. Spiritual entertainment, my friends. Comedy and spirituality together here every day. Right there at the top of your screen. You want to touch that like button right there. Help about that. I do this for a living. Join our community. You see that join button? Buy me a coffee. Small, medium, large. You can join our Discord server. Today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to do a community reaction stream later on today. You can watch it, certainly. But you could be in the chat with us on Discord, laughing our asses off at this wonderful film called Reefer Madness. You're going to learn the history of the dangers of the use of marijuana in the United States. Earth, air, wind, and fire. That's what the pentagram means. Nothing about demons. Don't tell them, Johan. Don't tell them that. We don't want them to know our secrets. If you woke up tomorrow in the body of the person you hate most, but still had your own mind, and kinks. What's the first deeply unhinged? I would take a look at my wiener, of course. Delivered from the rainbow. Demon, I see, yes. Yeah, it's all demon. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, don't get us started about the diabolical powers. I mean, there are whole satanic manuals created by Christians to tell you the dangers of cereals and especially fruit roll-ups. Fruit roll-ups, the Pentecostal friends of mine, these are diabolical fruit roll-ups because when you start eating them, you get desires to wrap your private parts up in them and then do all kinds of strange behaviors. Don't eat the fruit roll-ups either, right? Skepticism is a good thing. It keeps you balanced and not programmed, but there's definitely a difference between skepticism and irrationality. I don't care. I'm just an entertainer. You have a wife, there's someone for everyone. Yeah. Tell us about your special friend, right? You farted when you were laughing. Well, that's why I wear Depends. I mean, you never know at your old age when you're going to shit yourself. So I always make sure I have a fresh batch of Depends every time I start the show every day. I learned it from playing World of Warcraft. Great way to not get up from your seat. Was Gandalf really is a homosexual, right? In real life? In terms of the character, not so much, because Tolkien was a devout Roman Catholic man, and their God doesn't like homosexuals. Cinnamon Toast Crunch recently had a commercial where a Cinnamon Toast Crunch ate. Oh, now I lost it. It must have been terrible what you were saying there. Yeah, spiritual entertainment, my friends, comedy and spirituality together here every day, getting Christians ready for church today, right? Some of you are going to church. It's a good way to start off your guilt and shame here first, before you go do your repentance at your church communities. Get it all out. Let it all out here. All of your gay desires and other things here before you go and do your repentance, right? World of Warcraft and Hot Pockets. Yeah, pizza rolls, yeah. Which is actually pretty funny. What can be, right? Good morning, Russ. Russ, you're saved by grace. You were just in the shower praying for me. Well, I bet you had a good time in there, didn't you? Yeah. You wear Depends when drinking a high levels of concentrated caffeine-infused hot beverages. Yeah, you never know, right? It might just come right gushing out. No guilt and shame, saved by grace. The whole idea of being saved implies guilt and shame, right? To need to be saved from anything tells you that you're in a terrible state of being. I mean, think about that for a moment. You have this position of a God you need to be saved from. What does that say about the God? Right? You need to be saved from your own God. What does that say about that your God is terrible? Right? If my sons or daughters said they need to be saved from me, what does that say about me as a father? It says I'm a terrible father. My daughter yesterday, my oldest daughter, she showed me a picture of her new tattoos. She got a skeleton head. And I was like, you're going to hell for that one. Because, that was we used to go to church all the time, and she understood the humor. You got a fireball in your pants? Well, that could be difficult, right? I need to be saved from yourself. Why? Why do you need to be saved from yourself, Russ? Who has convinced you that you're terrible? Where is the evidence that you're terrible? Where is the evidence that a God despises you, that you need salvation, right? You are lost, prove it. Prove to me that I am lost. Can you do that? You know what slander is? You shall not bear false witness is a commandment. How come you Christians can break your own rules when you want to? Right? You shall not bear false witness. Now you are saying I'm lost. I want you to prove it to me. Can you do that? No, you can't. But you're going to church anyway today. You can get forgiven for being an asshole, right? You believe the guilt is a feeling and not the law related. Where does the feeling come from? Where does the feeling come from? You are convinced that you're terrible. Something has convinced you. Now, if you take out this reality of guilt and understand the nature of your humanity, you're going to make terrible decisions. The guilt should be a teacher to guide you. Say, don't do that shit again, right? But the guilt is used by religious groups to say, oh, that's how God feels about you. You are terrible, but we have the answer. It's all about control and manipulation. You're on with a rabbit stick, shot in the dark, you are lost. Prove to me that I'm lost. You can't do it, can you? You are slandering me. You are breaking the commandment, you shall not bear false witness, right? You don't need something to convince me or no. You cannot prove to me that you need to be saved. You cannot prove it. There's no evidence that a God needs to save you from anything. The idea of separation from God is a contradiction in the greatest reality. Being separated from the source of all existence, you would cease to exist, right? You have to philosophically create a world out of ex nihilo to have a separated form of existence outside of divinity. But the contradiction is that this reality is sustained by the divinity. I mean, it's all bullshit. These things you come up with to make yourself feel terrible in the eyes of your God, right? It's not external guilt. You were a heroin addict. All right. So you did some terrible shit. You were a heroin addict, right? You did now you're not doing heroin anymore. You've learned that for whatever reason you chose this path of heroin. You thought it was the right path for you. Now you're realizing that it is a terrible choice. And you have used religion to help heal that, right? That's a good and healthy thing, right? Overcoming your addiction. But the idea that God was separated from you in your worst of times is a farce. There's never a time when divinity is separated from you, even at your worst moments. Your worst moment comes from you, not the divine. The divine is the healer, the divine is the guide. There's no salvation in terms of a wrath of God coming down upon you. You created your own wrath, your own destruction, and the divinity merely gave you a reason to be who you truly are, which is a loving human being. And now you are exercising your freedom to make right choices. That type of salvation has a different context rather than the normal Christian salvation, which you need to be saved from the God, right? The idea of redemption, you cannot prove you need to be redeemed. There's no God that needs to redeem you. There's nothing to redeem. You never were separated from God. Now, you certainly lost your way. You were guided back in a proper, but you could go to any religion and do that. What's beautiful about 12-step programs, it can take any deity to guide you, right? The idea of deity is not separated from your existence. And you can put whatever faith you want upon it and receive the same type of healing. 12-step programs throughout the world utilize whatever religion you want to use, and they all generate the same results. Freedom from your addiction, right? There's nothing to do with needing to be saved. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Our consciousness is simply here to evolve, nothing more. And your humor is a good thing to dismiss fallacy. You tip the head. Yeah, we are in a state of becoming, right? We are heading somewhere. We are much different than we were 100 years ago. Where we need to evolve is in our religious thinking. Yeah, we are still thinking like primitive cavemen where gods are mad at us. We need to grow up out of that shit. We need to recognize that whatever divinity might be, it has to be on our side. It has to be guiding us. It has to be a force that drives us for the betterment of our species, rather than wanting to be pissed off at us. This is how primitive people thought about their experience. It's time to grow up. And we are growing up. More and more people are realizing that the religions of their ancestors is bullshit. And it's time to move on and to have better understanding of our religious creativity, right? We are headed to the age of Aquarius, and I think that has a lot to do with why more and more people are leaving the religions of their ancestors to seek better ways of existence, better ways of loving, better ways of living. Servant of Anubis Vixen, and Zerg is here. Good to see you, our good friend. Yeah, Zerg's always got fun stuff on his channel. He likes making fun of everyone. Results of 12 is very 1 out of 100, and that was the 1990s. You need Jesus. This is a terrible person here who is dismissing 12-step programs that have healed and helped many people in favor of his Christian fundamentalism. When I was in the Christian churches that I was in, they criticized 12-step programs, fundamentalists, because you can use any God and get the same results. They would criticize it, like this shameful person there. Try saying that to someone who has overcome all kinds of problems with their 12-step program, right? You are a terrible person for saying that to people like that. I am very grateful for people and their healing and their recovery that they've gone through. I am 100% against substance abuse. It is a terrible thing. And the substances aren't the problem. It's the heart. You know, if you think about, if you're dealing with substance abuse, why do you keep coming back to it? You want something from it that it cannot give you. You are convinced that it will give it to you, and for a moment you can taste it. There's something valuable to learn in that, in your addiction. Why do you keep coming back to it? You are looking for something, certainly, but you're looking in the wrong place. You are looking, the addiction is like the dragon that needs to be slain. The dragon that needs to be befriended. The dragon that needs to be overcome in order to get to the proper place where the treasure is. The addiction is the invitation to say, you are looking, but you're looking in the wrong place. Do you have what it takes to go further? Do you have what it takes to go deeper? Then you have to defeat me. I'm always going to stand in your way. Learning to make your addiction your friend. That is a difficult and challenging thing to do. To let your addiction be your teacher. To let your addiction be your spirituality. That's what 12-step programs do for many people in the world. Who am I? I'm just an entertainer. That's it. The JD Cat, hell is a bunch of bullshit created by Christians to enslave you. What if a substance is meaningful? I bet you take painkillers. Yeah, I do. I'm not addicted to it. I've been taking painkillers since 2006 for my arthritis. I use marijuana every night to go to sleep. I don't have a substance abuse problem. I can walk away from. I use substances because I have chronic pain use throughout my body as arthritis. I couldn't stand right now if I was not on a substance. There's nothing wrong with substances. It's what we're doing with them, right? There's nothing wrong with recreational use of substances like marijuana or having a glass of wine. Sometimes people take these recreational things a little bit too far, right? They make it a lifestyle, and that lifestyle enslaves them. It does not allow them to go further to seek farther in the human experience. This is why you're single. Is this why I'm single, honey?
I didn't know you were single.
No, she didn't know. I'm sorry. Well, where's your boyfriend at? We need to get him in here. I'm clean from hard drugs for 4 years, but do smoke marijuana and pain. Yeah, see, marijuana can be a great alternative. For instance, they call it the California way of beating alcohol addiction, right? You go to the reefer to get out of the alcohol. Reefer can be a great alternative to these hard drugs and substances, certainly. Yeah. Barbarians need to evolve. Yeah, we all need to evolve. Evolution is an ongoing reality in the cosmos. It's a beautiful form of creativity in the cosmos we live in. Let's see here. Illegal substances can relieve something else. Not all people become addicted. No, they don't. I don't have a problem with using substances. I use them all the time. Substance abuse is the evil that I'm speaking of. Is when you make that your Lord and your your bottle of Mad Dog 2020, your Lord and Savior, right? When it's telling you how you should live, that's when you have the substance abuse problem. And that's when you should find a community that can help you overcome and heal. And that's what 12-step programs do. You drank pretty hard during the pandemic. THC saved you. Yeah, THC saved you. Yeah. Looking for someone to judge, Holy One, try a mirror. Yeah, tell them, use the mirror, right? You are interesting. I subscribe. Yeah, I'm an entertainer. I mix comedy and spirituality together in my own way, right? And I use all religions. I talk about all religions and culture and, video games, Dungeons and Dragons, and the movies, the theater, whatever you want to talk about, really, right? But what's unfortunate is that most of the people come on here are Christian fundamentalists. It's like, don't you people go to church anymore? You have to come here and annoy the shit out of everyone? Yeah. Turn the pentagram, it will save you. Yeah, it's a pentangle, damn it. Turn to the pentangle, right? Turn to the pentangle. You bought 13 Percocet yesterday off the street. They're all gone. See, that's nothing to joke around about, right? I mean, you have a substance abuse problem. And 1 out of 3 people get addicted to opioids. That is how it went. People that go to the doctor, they have something called pain management now, where the doctors, if you are a chronic pain, I went to a pain management doctor when I was in 2006. So I've been going for 20 years. And they help monitor to make sure you're not abusing or selling, right? Very helpful. But opioids are a terrible way to be addicted, right? By whatever powers be, I've developed an addiction to them. Yeah. Bad things don't happen to good people. Things just happen to people. People see that. Yeah, it's all from your perspective, right? It's all from your perspective. Don't forget, friends, as you're coming in, there's a like button up there at the top of your screen. Please give it a touch or double tap or go to the 3 little bars over there. Like and subscribe. And think about joining our community. There's a join button there. You buy me a coffee, small, medium, or large. I will do this every day for the rest of my life, next 25 years. And today, as a community, we're going to live stream Reefer Madness, a reaction video to it together. You can come get high and laugh with one another or whatever you want to do there. Adrian World, good to see you again. Sin is a construct used to control it. Yeah, you cannot prove there's sin. You have to make all your information up about it for it to be valid. There's no method to produce this reality of sin. Sin implies that there's a deity pissed off at you. You cannot prove any of that at all, right? They make it all up. They tell you you are in sin, and then what do? I have the answer for it. Come to my church. Join my religion. We can fix it. It's the oldest psychological book in the trick. It is the oldest scam in human history that's been going on for too long in the Abrahamic faiths. You have sinned for not reading my comments. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I like you, bro. People need to take you to do serious to get it. Yeah. Sin is, in essence, the act of lowering the vibrator, but sin is focused more on the extreme use of the batteries. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. What sin to one person could be a nice thing to another. Yeah, I mean, it's all made up, right? It's all made up, right? I was a Christian for 30 years, and I was a clergyman. I was a missionary. I was ordained. I did all of that shit. And it was all bullshit. Going around telling people that God's pissed off at you, that he needs to save you and stuff like that. I mean, it's all bullshit. None of it is true. None of it is real. There's no God who's pissed off. There's only a God who's madly in love with you. And in terms of sin, not being able to know that, right? For whatever reason, you are not taught to perceive a loving being embracing you, right? You are taught that there's usually This is why Christianity makes more people atheist and pagan than any other religion in the world, because they teach you that God is pissed off at you, doesn't like you, right? You like to choke on my chicken? No, that's not sin, that's pleasure. Yeah. Who is this joke? I don't know. Who are you, jackass? Oh, man. 5 days. Oh, no. You're off from Australia. We're glad to have you here. People from the down, the under. Yeah, that's the joke on everyone. Why did they call it down under, right? I'm glad you realized you didn't need all this BS. Yeah. Thank you for the content. You're welcome. Yeah. Kimberly Nelson, good to see you, our good friend. Good to have you here. We're having a rapture party today. Why not? Good to see you, our good friend, our Mason friend here. Why not? Glad to have you here. The hypothesis that all are God, just pretending not to be God, have duality, right? I don't like duality. Divinity is not separated from any mode of being or existence. You know, my flesh is just as divine as my inner energy. The idea of consciousness being this inferior reality that you have to escape to, I think is complete bullshit. I mean, Deepak Chopra is really a joke. Going on, you're not real, you're not real. You are consciousness, you are consciousness. See you at Epstein Island. Yeah, he is a terrible human being. He got busted, right? You're looking for the rapture, me too, when all these assholes get out of here. What God do you worship? She's right here. Say hello, God.
Good morning.
You see, that is my God right there. And my wife, going on 27 years, is my God. I worship only here. Ellie, good to see you. Our good friend from the land of the Filipinas. Good to see you, our good friend. You also work at a gas station, right? You are at a gas station as well. And you are a fundamentalist Christian still, probably, right? Yeah, you've always been in my thoughts, Ellie. I know that you struggle with your family. You're trying to survive. You're trying to get by, right? And you're not alone, right? You're not alone. Let's see. What advice do you have for being in pain management? Same doctor for years, but I abused them and trade them and shit. You need to leave it. It's not healing you. It's not making you better. You're doing something terrible. You're doing something terrible. You are causing harm to yourself and to others, right? So you need to stop using those substances and find another way to alleviate your pain, right? This is why you like the Buddhist outlook. Jammy Jam Jam. Well, we have our friend Vixen here is a Christianized Buddhist. Maybe you are a Christianized Buddhist, Jammy Jam Jam. One of my favorite Christian Buddhists was Thomas Merton. Wonderful philosopher, theologian, and Roman Catholic monk. I really enjoyed all of his writings. I hope you're taking a poop. Well, good for you, Jesse. Good for you. Juan Reid is here. You are a loyal fellow. The kingdom of God is coming. Why are you waiting, Ellie? Why can't you experience the kingdom of God now? Why wait, right? One of my favorite Christian saints, Saint Simeon, the new theologian, he's an Eastern Orthodox saint. He said, when you learn to see the uncreated energies of God in the world around you, you don't have to wait for Jesus to return. Everything of the kingdom of God is here. You don't have to go anywhere else, Ellie. You keep looking at your circumstances, your pain, and you want to escape that. Stop trying to run from it. See God in your suffering. See God in your experience. Everything of God is right there within you. When you are born again, you shall see the kingdom of God, is what the Christ said. Ellie, why aren't you seeing it? You met a woman yesterday who is a Celtic Buddhist. See, look at that. Revert to Islam, no thank you. Can we both agree that Islam is bad? All the Abrahamic religions are bad. Yeah. Alan Watts certainly was, though. He was a philosophical entertainer. He called himself that. And that's why I call myself a spiritual entertainer. He's a great influence on me, Alan Watts. When are the meek going to inherit the earth, damn it, right? The meek inherit the earth when they stop learning that their meekness is their greatness, right? Then the earth is theirs, right? Kingdoms come, kingdoms go. But the kingdom within you, no one can take that away from you. Heaven is within us. Yeah. You love Alan Watts? I listen to his lectures all the time. Yeah, there's so much good shit on YouTube, right? With Alan Watts. All of, hearing his voice. So he has a lot of wisdom, right? He has a lot of wisdom. Yeah. The idea of everything, that the idea of the past and the future are really perspectives from the moment you're in. They're not real. You create this idea of the future, for instance. You are right here. When you're living in the future, you're not really living, right? Same thing with the past. The past only exists to you because you're choosing to be there in your mentality, right? Spinal fluid Christ. Wow, that's a new one. Yeah, Spinal Tap, right? They made a second Spinal Tap, right? What's going on? Ash, spiritual entertainment. What is this? What stats does this have? This gives me a +5 to my erection. That's what it does. Yeah. What does the bunny signify? The bunny is my spiritual guide, my mentor, my teacher. Rabbits have taught me how to love animals. That the bond between the human and animal changes you and it changes the animal. That's what pets do. That love that you have with your pet, that there's nothing like it in the world. So that's what I've learned from the rabbit. It's also a symbol of my ancestral goddess, Ceridwen. She is a goddess of the Welsh people in their mythology. She was just an ancestor. Some refer to her as a goddess, but she's just a mythology. She probably was a real person at some time, but now she is a goddess, right? That's the way my ancestors roll. Everything's a goddess, right? They make the Mabinogion into a Bible. Yeah. Spiritual entertainment. How do bunnies talk to you? Through the love they share with me. Yeah, the intellect and speech of the beings around you is not the same as yours. So you have to learn to interpret it in your own way. Yeah. Rabbits have fleas, not mine. Mine never go outside. Anyone ever wonder what the end of your stick smells like? I'm not interested in your perversions. Let's see here. Are you German? Just guessing by your accent. I'm not German, damn it. I am from Florida. There's not a drop of German blood in me. No Ben van Wiener Schnitzel here. Oh, man. My accent is Waterdhavian, a northern ward, sir. Jokes aside, I'm sure you're thumbing through some interesting books. Not really. I haven't had any time to read all summer. I've been deep in my studies from my community, the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. That's the only access of material that I've been going through. I've been working quite a bit. I run a family, and I do my entertainment business here. I haven't had a chance to really continue. The last book I was engaged in was probably about 4 months ago. Christopher Hughes' book on Ceridwen, learning about the bardic tradition, learning about my ancestors in Wales, and this great goddess Ceridwen, her symbol, her typology, all of that stuff. He's a wonderful writer, Christopher Hughes, about modern druidry. Let's see, where are we at here? David, good to see you, our good friend David. God gave Adam and Eve the connection with animals, so that's not a real story. The idea that God gave them anything, none of that stuff is real. These are mythologies our ancestors created about the world around them. The idea of Adam and Eve is often, as a mythology, gets misinterpreted as they are stewards of the world they live in, that they can use and abuse it. The context of the mythology of Genesis is about being a priest. The world becomes a temple. You have Genesis chapter 1, God coming to an earth that was already here. It says that the earth was without form, it was void. And what did the God do? He turned it into a temple, and he put his image in it, which was man. Man was the high priest of the creation. The responsibility of the Adam and the Eve, they were to go out into the world to make it all a garden. They had to continue this work of temple building. That made them a high priest and priestess of the natural order, which unfortunately is led, the misinterpretation of this has led to the terrible environmental crisis that we're in the world. It all begins with the religion of Christianity, mostly Protestantism, the idea of stewardship, that you can just go rape and pillage the world because you're the steward. When you are a priest of the created order, you want to see it perfected. You seek sufficiency in the world you live in. And that's what modern Druidry is. Modern Druidry is a return to that sacred element that every human being has, of being the high priest or priestess of the natural order, to perfect it, to make it beautiful, to sustain it, to receive from it in a sufficient way. We are to take resources from the earth, but in the same way you take your mother's milk. You don't pillage your mother. You receive it in a graceful and attentive way. That is the appropriate way to receive resources from the world around us. But we're not doing that. And that's causing what? You people in Wales, you're getting a heat wave, right? You know how hot it is up there? You people in up there in Canada, fires. Down here in the south where I live, the winters are extremely cold now. There's something going on, right? Because we are not being stewards of the world around us, right? Modern environmentalism and its philosophies are really bullshit, right? It's all about politics and guilt and shame. When you begin to see the world around you as a maternal source, you treat the world you live around differently. That's the environmentalism of modern Druidry is much different than the political, sociological agendas of political leaders and stuff wanting you to buy carbon credits. The Druid wants you to fall in love with the earth. And when you do that, you treat the world around you much differently. What are the 12 spiritual rules? I don't know. I haven't been to an AA meeting since I went with my alcoholic father back in the 90s. Are you Yahweh or Jesus Christ? Why can't I be both? Am I a druid? Druids can be wizards and wizards can be druids. They are interchangeable, right? Merlin was a druid. Merlin was also a wizard, right? The Ovites in my order, I am a bard. You have the Ovite. They're more like the wizards, right? The company tricked us to recycling. Yeah, a lot of this recycling is bullshit. The idea of recycling plastic cans or plastic bottles, that is such a lie. Did you know that you're not helping the environment at all by recycling your plastic cans? What do they do with the plastics? You cannot recycle them. You ever have a new bottle made with recycled plastics? You cannot recycle these plastics. They burn them, is what they do, releasing more chemicals into there. The use of plastics is getting out of hand, right? It has gotten out of hand. We need to go back to bottles, glass containers. That is the most efficient and appropriate way. But why don't they do that? Because it's too expensive for them, right? Wasn't expensive in the 80s. What religion am I? Spiritual entertainment is my religion, sir. Don't forget to hit the like button, my friends. I'm going to be here another hour, and I need 100 likes today. Spiritual entertainment, comedy, and spirituality here every day. Today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have a community stream where people will be on Discord with me and will be laughing and enjoying the great film Reefer Madness, all the true histories of the dangers of the reefer in the United States. You want to buy a steam machine? I heard they're terrible. I heard the steam machines are terrible, right? The Steam Deck is fun, but the other steam, like the fake tower, it doesn't do anything, right? Am I a healer class? Yeah, pretty much. It's cheaper and more destructive just to cause more waste and destroy everything long-term, certainly. You guys are evil. Prove it. What is evil that I'm doing here? Nothing. What are you? You're the one doing the evil here. It's called slander. That's what you're doing. You don't like what I'm saying. It challenges your religious philosophy. So what do you do next? Slander. That's what Socrates said they always go to, right? If they can't engage in a meaningful conversation with you, they will go right to the slander. That is the tools of a loser. Yep. I'm a fake magician, and you're a real dick. Yeah. I am a Christian, and I will always support Jesus. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I am a Satanist. Prove it. Prove that I'm a Satanist. Prove it. You're a slanderer. I could prove it with your Bible. You shall not bear false witness. And you are calling me a Satanist. And I've never, ever made an allegiance to the devil. Ever. You are full of shit. You are breaking your own. You need to go to church today, damn it. Go to church. Go repent for your slander, breaking the commandments. Your God's going to destroy you. Can I turn into a bear? I'm not that kind of druid, right? How old am I? I'm 50. I turned 50 a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I'm old. Can I make you the alpha of the wolf pack? I'm the Sigma. You could be the alpha if you want, but not my beta. No. Did I play basketball? No, I never got it. The only sport I was involved in as a youth was skateboarding. That's probably why I'm so messed up right now, my knee and my back. That was the only the thing I was involved in was skateboarding. He's possessed to skate. Let's see here. Let's go. My birthday is tomorrow. Well, happy birthday to you, the JD Cat. Wow, tomorrow is the birthday. We're all getting older here together. Are you a Cancer or a Leo? I can't figure out which is the boundary here in the end of July. Reefer Madness is classic. It's all real. I experienced reefer madness as a teen, and I haven't recovered since. It's all weird. Reefer Madness. Later on today, we're watching it together. Join us at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a good laugh in the chat here with us. Christ or Lucifer, they're both the same, bright and morning star. You're going to be old, almost as old as you are. You are a Cancer, so you know what it means to cry. Oh, Cancers. Oh, clingy. We are Cancers, right? We cry all the time, right? Cry at movies, cry at plays, cry at the sound of the wind. Always crying. That is the plight of a Cancer, right? Very emotional. Water signs, right? On the slander, only nasty energy. Yeah. Christians break their own rules when it's convenient for them, right? They come on here and I never say anything bad about Jesus at all. I share Jesus's teaching still, even though I'm not a church member. I still believe in loving your enemies, loving your neighbors, the infinite value of the human person. The least shall be first. These are all important teachings for me. I never say Jesus is my archetype. How I see divinity as a loving and benevolent fatherly figure. So I never say anything bad about it. No, I'm not English. I'm Floridian. I'm reporting this live. You are gay. Go ahead. Put that on the YouTube. Why are you reporting? He's a homosexual. Yeah, YouTube loves assholes like you, right? Am I from England? No, I'm not. My ancestors were. Jesus is just the name they gave Lucifer. Lucifer is a made-up word by a Christian saint who added it to the Bible. The Bible does not use the word Lucifer. That is a made-up word, right? I think it was St. Jerome. Now, he was a real weirdo. St. Jerome, the great translator of the Latin Vulgate. He would tell his parishioners shit like, if you're having sex, not just for children, you're in sin. I mean, the Catholic Church has had a terrible history when it comes to human sexuality, right? The idea that being celibate makes you more spiritual than people who like making love. Even though there's a whole section of the Bible dedicated to lovemaking called the Song of Solomon, there's nothing in the Bible dedicated to celibacy. There's nothing greater in terms of spiritual expression in this world is the act of life-giving love to another human being. Tell it the devil's real name? I don't know. I don't know him very well. You are a Gnostic Christian. I believe God, not dogma. Yeah, the problem with Gnosticism, a lot of people, they leave Christianity for Gnosticism. This is a new fad. People weren't doing that 100 years ago because we didn't have what? The Nag Hammadi library, right? Gnosticism is a terrible religion because it tells you that the world you live in is a prison, that you are a prisoner, that you are in a world that's corrupt. This is a terrible philosophy, and one that I could never practice as a modern practitioner of Druidry, because Druids see the world as wonderful, as beautiful. We are not prisoners. I think it is a terrible alternative for people to turn to Gnosticism. You could take Jesus with you anywhere. You don't need to go to Gnosticism. There's wisdom in Gnosticism, certainly, but the religion in its essence states that you are a prisoner, you have to return, you're a spark, and I think that's all bullshit. The Balrogs were a very difficult foe indeed. Yeah, they were. Ignoring Christianity and remembering the Norns, surrendering to fate, actually increases your spiritual power. Yeah, or enslaves you. The idea of the fates is an enslavement, right? I think surrendering to them makes you a slave. The Norns write out, the destiny, but you have to be the one guiding it. You have to work with the Norns rather than to surrender to them. You must be a participant, a cooperator. You cannot let fate dictate you. You cannot let your karma tell you your destiny, or you are a slave, right? You have to learn, as the great Sadhguru said, to ride your karma, to ride your fate. You are the one in charge, not them, right? It's kind of like, my star sign is a Cancer, right? Now, the stars do not compel, they inform. This is the fate of all divination, all reality. There's a blueprint, but you are the master, not the blueprint. Where is your pipe? Up my ass. Wizard cloaks have meaning. What does your cloak mean? Well, this is part of my tradition. The blue cloak is a symbol of the bardic tradition of my ancestors. In the order I belong to, the order of bards, Ovites, and druids, bards wear blue, Ovites wear green, and the druids wear white. It is a symbolic meaning. Right? Do you believe the Christian religion came first or the Jewish religion? That is an ignorant question, right? That I won't even waste my time on. Gentlemen, who is taking plastics and making it into gasoline that burns clean? Look up Plastoline. Well, that's a good thing that someone's doing that. Yeah, that's a good thing that for forever, though, it's been a big scam. They've been just burning the plastics. The resources needed for this gentleman to do that, I guarantee you he's not working with the local recycling companies of you have the recycling trucks that pick up your shit. They're burning all of that. This person that you're speaking of has found a way to deal with that. But I guarantee you he's not being supported by his local state and city. He does that probably of donations and the goodwill of people around him. That's something certainly worthy to get on board. God loves me. When you spam your religion, that doesn't make me want to join it. How do you think Jesus feels about you being a nuisance to others with your religion? Do you really think I'm going to be, I want to go to church today now, right? Let's see here. There's nothing evil to state what it is. If anyone gets angry about stating what it is, you have issue with yourself. Yeah. The high priestess of the mountains is here. Gwendolyn Aes Sedai is here for your entertainment leisure. Good to have you here, our good friend Gwendolyn. Good to see you, our good friend. Josh, God isn't real, Josh. What are you doing? you got Josh is on here every day saying God isn't real, right? You wear a white cloak. Our good friend Aes Sedai wears the cloak of white. Is this Satanism? I'm an entertainer. I get called all kinds of things. I've never once promoted a Satan. I promoted the Satanic Temple because they are patriots, but never this evil character from the Bible, right? Jesus flips over tables. Yeah, that the mythology of that is very important, that people get the context right. He is cleansing the temple. He is making it a place of divinity once again. He does not use a whip to beat people with. The idea that it's translated as whip is inappropriate. It is a cord. And you read about this in what is called the priestly scrolls of the Qumran community. The purification of the temple ritual is you dump cords in blood and you go through and purify the temple. It had nothing to do with him throwing a temper tantrum and stuff like that. He was trying to get out all the things making the temple a place of wholeness again. Let's see here. You have a white cloak. It's white with some silver embroidery. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. This is a hell stick. Yes, I summon Beelzebub with it. Come forth, O dark Beelzebub, from the ninth circle of hellfire. Come through the pentagram. Come forth and bring the darkness here amongst us, O Beelzebub. You can't make allegiance to a thing that doesn't exist. Soul is temporary. You can't prove that. You can't prove any of that stuff. The idea of a soul being temporary. That is certainly a philosophy that you can have, but you cannot prove anyway. The idea of temporariness to me is unscientific because the universe has always been here. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. You come from energy, you return to energy. The idea of temporariness is not scientific. Storm cloaks all the way, baby. We got to take down them damn Imperials. Yeah. Cancer is Angela, your mother. Miss you, Mom. Yeah. What the hell is this? Spiritual entertainment. Hit the like button, my friends, right up there. And don't forget, today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to stream as a community, people from my Discord. You certainly can watch Reefer Madness. We're going to have a good time, a reaction video, a live stream for you. Do they call you Bard the Blue? No, they just call me the Bard, your Bard. Energy can be destroyed? Not really. It becomes a different form. Sorry to tell you that. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good to have you here. Do you align with elven interests or dwarven interests? Neither. I'm all for the humanity. Yeah. The elves and the dwarves, they always have their problems, right? Especially the drow. The drow are always a nuisance, right? Coming up and kidnapping and raiding our caravans as we're going up to the Neverwinter. They're always a nuisance, right? Do you think selling your soul is real? No, it's not. It's the idea of giving something that you really don't have any power to give is a farce, right? You certainly can, in a metaphorical way, align yourself with a dark entity or an evil philosophy, selling your soul in that way. But the idea that you have something that you can, there's no way to really be enslaved to another being unless you choose to do it. You can walk away from whatever powers that be anytime you want. You have total autonomy over yourself. Right, that's one of the beauties about our humanity is our freedom. You have the freedom to do what is right. You have the freedom to choose. Now, certainly you can be enslaved in such a way that you cannot see that freedom. And spirituality is good to help encourage you to preserve virtues and to help you to see that there is way, there is a hope, there is a truth and a life, right? You're from Northern California. And I'm down here in Florida, my friend. I am your just at the penis of the reefer of the United States. Florida, it's no longer called the penis of the United States. It is the reefer of the United States. You playing an elf in D&D? You wear the ears? Yeah. When we play D&D here every Friday nights, I wear a wizard costume. And you can watch us live stream every Friday nights. I wear an elf or my wizard costume, and sometimes I wear my knight costume. I have a knight costume as well. I like all beings on Torel? Yeah. Am I a Christian? No, I'm an entertainer. Prostate exam. Good to see you, our good friend. You smiled when you were on. I caused arousal to happen just by my face. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. I've been a dungeon master for a long time. I love the game. It's a great way to bring people together. It's a great way to build memories and relationships, right? And my Friday night group, we've been there for about a year. One of my players is like, can we level up? I'm like, you're only going to level up once a year. Next May, you will level up because we're going to keep going. I'm going to keep telling the story, keep entertaining, and work with whatever they're doing, whatever choices they make. It's like one big play for me. The D&D is a theater where I could display my creativity. Look at that ketchup. I'm a Jewish bard. I'm a gay Jewish sorcerer. There's a difference. Give Ragdarast his staff back. No, he gave it to me. Yeah. There's no too much genetic variation to be able to get the human race we have today from Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve is a mythology, right? It's foolishness to think that we come from a man and a woman 6,000 years ago or something like that. I mean, that's ridiculous. The oldest Homo sapien is 300,000 years old, skeleton. You played the AI version of D&D on an app. It didn't work. Yeah, it's too stupid. You can't do what you want with D&D AI yet. I'm like, I want to beat up that stupid elf and chop its head off. It'll call you like a racist and stuff. Like, we cannot perform the action that you want. We don't. I'm like, it's not real, dumbass. It's an elf, right? It's not real. You play old school. You play first edition. Shit. Yeah, I use 5th edition loosely. But you do that old school 1E. That would be fun to do. I've forgotten how to do that. I haven't played 1E since like the 80s. I mean, that was my first box set. In 1986, I got it at a garage sale. 2E was lots of fun. 3.5, that came out a little bit, in the 90s, later 90s, 2000s, around there. I can't remember. 4th edition didn't really touch much, right? I played 4th edition via DDO Online. Dungeons & Dragons Online was 4E, right? But it later, now, if you play DDO, it's 5. They converted it to 5E because you only go up to level 20, right? You worship the bot, and that's okay. You can worship me. Your Star Wars Delta Green game right now, playing a Legend of the Five Rings. Yeah, there's all kinds of fun D&D modules out there. I've never had a chance. I played the Star Wars one a few years ago with people. That was a one shot of it. That was a lot of fun. The Lord of the Rings, they have a 5th edition of that one. That looks a lot of fun too. Oh, your memory, and the memory was your mother. It was 3. Damn, that's old. You can remember that far back, right? I've done too much reefer to recall my childhood. Does Wizards of the Coast own Dungeons and Dragons now? Yeah, pretty much. Hasbro owns it. Wizards of the Coast is kind of like the indentured servant of Hasbro, right? And that's something that, that there's all kinds of people's struggles with that. We've talked about that in the past. You worship huckleberry bushes and creeks. What a wonderful religion you have. You play 2E because they're compatible. You prefer 3 Pathfinder 1E. Our DM got all the AD and A. Yeah, I love 2nd edition because I'm a Forgotten Realms canonist. And there's so much storytelling in 2E. The manuals for the worlds, you don't find that shit today, right? The world building manuals, like for the ruins of Myth Draenor, right? You have these huge manuals from second edition. There was nothing like it at all, right? It's a wonderful game, but I use it in terms of the theatrical. That's why I like fifth edition, because it's very loose, very user friendly. People can just come to the table, and it doesn't take a lot to learn. I know a lot of people like the strategy elements of Dungeons and Dragons, but that's not me. I'm the storyteller. That's the part that I love about the game. This must be a powerful. Have I played Planescape? Not on the tabletop. No, I have played, of course, Planescape Torment. Right, the classic game. Yeah, 2E mods are cool. Lots of weird dragons. Yeah, and the art of second edition is so beautiful. Right, there's nothing like that. Right, the 80s art with D&D. There's nothing like it. Beautiful art. Right. We should play D&D together, JD Cat. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Right? You should join our community here, right? You remember past lives, parts of your soul existence in the car. Well, you're a goddess. You have all these wonderful experiences. AI is an offshoot of wizard conjuring spells copied from probably. You like the D&D cartoon in the 90s? Yeah, that was fun, right? That was fun. Hank and the gang, I hope that they make a movie out of that. They have Ryan Gosling be Hank, something like that, right? But we are going to be blessed with the Forgotten Realms series on Netflix and another Baldur's Gate series on HBO. They're going to make it like Game of Thrones, right? If Vin Diesel's not Minsk, I'm not watching. Yeah. Do you watch Roku television? Joyce Myers. Oh, damn. Joyce Myers, really? Can I join your community? You don't like orcs? Yeah, why you play these unfortunate political conversations, so we don't allow racism. You substitute words with real life situations. We can't appreciate that, unfortunately. Believe it or not, when I was a Christian in my early years, I went to some of those Joyce Meyer events. I had a friend that was obsessed with Joyce Meyer, so I got to see. She in the beginning, she was a person of encouragement, of inspiration. Then she got into that prosperity gospel bullshit. Yeah. You made a game on ChatGPT. It has relic cards to help you with grief. Yeah, our AIs can be very helpful in our creativity. Like I use mine in my D&D games to create the like if I go into a chamber, I'll put this is what this chamber looks like. Make an image for my players. It's been very helpful for my creativity for my D&D games to provide a more immersive environment using D&D, right? Your sun is rising. Yeah. By God, do you mean nature? And nature's not separated from divinity. The other gods there's no evidence of Josh. Who the hell is that? Lee, good to see you, Lee. Hope you're doing well. What's the Discord? Right there's a join button down there. You have to buy me a cup of coffee, small, medium, or large, and that will give you access to our Discord server. If you are here every day and you hang out in the community, I or another community member here will sponsor you and send you the link. But that's for people who are here all the time. But the quickest way to get in, because I do this for a living, is, buy me a coffee. I mean, that's the least you could do. I'm here. I talk a few hours every day. I'm always providing thousands of videos. And I plan on being here for the next 25 years. I'm going to retire when I'm 75. So I'm going to be doing this every day, as long as you're buying me coffees, right? The Chamber of Blasphemy. Oh, poor Lisa. Lisa's all riled up. And her sexuality is out of control. She's like, oh, hey, look what he's making me think about him. I need to go to church now. I'm all aroused. The great-grandchildren of Satan. Oh, geez. A mother has the DNA of her children inside her brain and body as long as 25 years. Yeah, after you conceive a child, even if you lose the child for whatever reason, the cells of that child remain with you. The experience of that child does not leave you. And that is called, chimera something syndrome, or I can't remember what it's called. It's an interesting thing, right? This reality of the blood remaining. And when I was a Catholic, looking at this scientific reality in terms of the Virgin Mary, right? The blood of Jesus remains in her. What does that make her? A goddess, right? If he is God, her blood and his blood have intermingled. That makes her a goddess, right? How much money do I make here? Not very much. I make about $1,000 a month. It helps pay my electric bill, right? Me and my wife both work. I do this. I certainly make more money than I did when I was a clergyman. But last time this year, I was only making $300. So we have come a long way. I mean, we're going to hit 70K today. I mean, that's pretty decent. I know that maybe next year I'll be making $1,000 more, hopefully have a sustainable income where I'm not living off peanut butter and jelly sandwiches each week. Yeah. I have a huge family, so we do live paycheck to paycheck, and I appreciate people that can support what I do here. What cult is this? Spiritual entertainment. Ooh, quantum entanglement. That sounds exciting. You didn't like the Dungeons and Dragons movie? I thought it was excellent. I thought it represented quite well the Neverwinter. I am a Forgotten Realms canonist. So when I looked at that movie, I'm looking at how well it represents the lore. It only messed up one time because it had a now druids can polymorph into other entities, but the shape changing of a druid in D&D, you cannot change into an owlbear because an owlbear is not an animal. An owlbear is a being of transmutation. Owlbears were created by a lich in Greyhawk. I forget, not Vecna. There's this other lich. So the idea of a shape change into an owlbear is a canonical error in terms of the lore. But druids can polymorph. At higher level druids can turn into dragons, for instance. They can polymorph into later on, like at level 20 or something. You liked the D&D movie. It was good. I've liked all of the D&D movies. The other ones were in Greyhawk, right? The original ones. If you watch that one back in the early 2000s, and then there was, they did an excellent job. My favorite one is the Book of Vile Darkness, because you have this paladin of Pelor that goes to the dark side in order to bring light. It's about a moral conundrum because he's going around with this evil group. One of them is a chaotic evil sorcerer or wizard. He does terrible shit. Yeah, if you got a chaotic evil person that really lives they do stuff that doesn't make any sense in terms of evil, right? And so he deals with these people in order to defeat an ultimate evil, willing to go down into the gutter to come back. There's an interesting moral lesson in the Book of Vile Darkness, right? You like Michelle Rodriguez? Yes, she's a wonderful actor. She did a great job, right, in that film. Very powerful as the barbarian. Yeah, I love the humor in it too. There's lots of good humor. All D&D games have humor, right? I love putting humor in my games as well. I do my best to stay true to the lore of the Forgotten Realms, but I also add my own humor and nostalgia to it. I wish they made more meta humor, like characters dying by the same actor replaced. Yeah, that would be fun, right? What are some of your favorite weird animal facts? I don't have any. Have you seen Crow? And yeah, we were talking about that last month. Kroll is an excellent movie. You have Qui-Gon Jinn as an actor in it. Remember, that's like one of his first roles, Qui-Gon Jinn. Kroll is a wonderful, it's like a sci-fi fantasy. You have this weapon that's got like all of these razors on it. And the ultimate theme of the movie is not the weapons or the magic. It's about the power of love, destroying this evil darkness. It's a very powerful film, Kroll. If you watch it, you will enjoy it. If you like fantasy film, this is an older film. You can watch it for free on YouTube. Kroll, Krull. It's an excellent film. I'm going to probably watch it with my family here soon because, it's got a beautiful story. It's got that fantasy style fighting, and it's got that sci-fi element to it. Kroll is an excellent movie. Blake, our good friend from the land of the ancestors, good to have you here. Chaotic evil doesn't have to be insanely evil. You played a chaotic evil witch in an all group. It's about their motivations. Yeah. It depends on the context, right? As a dungeon master of many years, I've had terrible players playing chaotic evil just to be dicks, right? One of the most difficult things to play and is a true neutral, usually played by druids. People don't understand that true neutral, they don't care about saving the world. All they care about is balance. So it's really hard to play a true neutral druid in terms of the alignment system because they just don't care. They're all about the balance, right? You'd have to convince them that this evil dictator, evil wizard is bringing imbalance, therefore you must join the fight, right? That's usually never played. Now, Gwendolyn here doesn't like the alignment system. I am an old schooler. I like the alignment system. I'm currently not using it really. I was using it in my game in the beginning, my Friday night group, but they've all decided they went to the evil side. Now they come to the light. It can be very interesting if you use it as a tool in terms of the immersion of the environment, but it's something really not being utilized that much anymore. The alignment system. It had value, like you're a first edition player, you know its value, its purpose, in terms of the technical input of the game table. Spiritual entertainment is for free. In 1E, druids are required to be true neutral, yeah. And it's hard to roleplay that, right? Yeah. The JD Cat is our 1E expert, right? There's this gentleman that I watch on YouTube that he does 1E, and he's made an app to be able to get all of that technical information down in one place. He's made an app. I forgot the name. Let me look at his channel real quick. Yeah, so I can best represent him. I watch him all the time. His name is, where is he at here? Let me find him here. I got all of these people that I've subscribed to. Oh my goodness, here. All of these people. Damn, where is he at? He's always got YouTube shorts. Let me see that. Damn, I got so many damn people here. Let me see here. No, I'll find him here in a moment. I know he's in here. Show more. Here's the YouTube shorts. Let me show more shorts. Let's see here. Damn it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this guy. I got all these people that the Dungeon Delver is his name. It's all one word. I love watching him. He's a wonderful human being. He loves first edition, and he's created all kinds of technology in terms of apps to be able to do all that difficult paperwork that you would normally do. Let's see. What is this? Spiritual entertainment. Grand Zeno, good to see you. Alien Kaba Farmers, what do you expect? The Mantras, the Bat. Oh, that sounds like a good get-together. Yeah, Yahweh demands your deal. We just ask that you go up and touch that damn like button. I need 20 more or 11 more 11 more likes. You see it right at the top of your screen? If I don't get that, my wife's going to send me out on the street corner today to do male prostitution. I need that for my commercials. Help about out. Spiritual entertainment. I am here every day for your entertainment leisure, every morning, usually around 7. When school starts back up for my kids, I got to take them to school. So probably about 8:30, 9 o'clock, I will be doing the show in the morning. It's mostly occult, yes. We have great orgies. One is a lot of paper and pencil, but that's part of the fun, yeah. Gary Celtic pagan is still alive in Wales. Who? Gary the Celtic pagan? Oh, Celtic paganism is what you're telling to Gary in terms of the wonderful land of our ancestors, Wales here. You are finally living peacefully, and your former pastors are trying to start trouble with me again. These Christians are nasty MFers. Whip your penis out at them. See how they feel about that. I bet they'll leave you alone, right? How many offspring do I have? I have 8 children, 3 grandchildren, right? I believe in breeding. Breeding is fun. True Britons are Welsh. Yeah, well, I'm not into the idea of what it makes a true Briton. I have mixed lineage. Yeah, the Isles belong to all people. The Celtic people came there. They migrated there, right? The Celtic nations. So it's really nobody's claim of what is true, right? I'm very blessed to have the Anglo-Saxon is half of my genetic line, and the rest of the Brittonic and Gaelic Celtic tribes throughout Wales and Ireland and northern France and Scotland. The idea of someone being true. I mean, this is an unfortunate thing that people get into. What I am a true person doesn't make you any better human being than anybody else, really, right? You see, Blake here is proud to be a Welshman. The Welsh people are really all that is really given us that's left. But, besides our Irish, the Gaelic speaking, the Wales continues more than just the language of the ancestors. They continue the bardic traditions, right? That's very important. Without our Welsh friends, there would be no modern Druidry. Modern Druidry is influenced by the Welsh tradition. Every time I say his name, my ancestors roll over there in their grave. It's spelled L-O-L-O Morgagan, right? Ilo, Lolo, whatever you want to call him. Sorry, Welsh ancestors, I'm terrible at the language. Without him, there would be no Gorset. There would be nothing. There would be no modern Druidry. So, he was a great influence. I think that he was someone who was he had the voice of the ancestors in him. He was innovative. Some people think of him as a deceiver, someone that made shit up. And I think he was a channeler. He had a connection to the ancestors, unlike others, and was able to provide, a context for, Welsh culture to continue to thrive in the world. And if you think about it, if you are Welsh, you have your tradition is all over the world now, thanks to organizations like Obid, right? The Order of Bards. All over the world, people are celebrating your Welsh heritage. I mean, that's a beautiful thing, right? You're Irish and Jewish all your life. Your grandma told me we're Native Americans. Look at that. You get all the mixtures there, right? Buddha could try to fight the Romans. Yeah. All of the Druids were wiped out, right, on the Isle of Anglesey by the Romans, right? Must forge your own traditions and ways. I need 9 more likes, my friends. You see it? Spiritual entertainment. 7 days eat, like, and subscribe. I do this every day. Go to the join button. Become a member of our Discord community. We have spirituality there. We have no spirit. We have atheism. We have monotheism, paganism, all of people getting together, getting along. We have Dungeons and Dragons there. We have recipes. We have a spiritual section for people who do ritual. We have a divination section for people who do readings. We have a wonderful community that get along, right? All under the banner of spiritual entertainment, right? I was reading one of our members the other day is like, I'm an atheist and I think I've found my tribe. I enjoy being here. And this atheist person knows that there are other people who believe in deities there, right? Where do you find, I mean, we have members that are from the Satanic Temple. And where do you find Christians and Satanists and atheists and Muslims and self-proclaimed deities all getting together, having a good time, right? Where do you find it? I've never found that anywhere. Right? Join us. Cool and Mountain Man. Good to see you, our good friend. This is a dope stream. You got yourself a little community here. Yeah, God isn't real, Josh, right? He comes on saying that every day. You are Scottish ancestry. You think it does matter how you live and where you think it to be ignorant to say it that it doesn't. Like a Labrador retriever likes to retrieve. Maybe I'm an idiot. It matters how you live and where you are. Yeah, the land you have is a memory, right? Our indigenous people, our indigenous traditions, like you find in the Celtic, neo-Celtic movement, it's all about the land. It's all about the memory. It's all about continuing where your ancestors left off, right? That's very important. Yeah. You've been a bespoke religion. It's only for me. You have a bespoke religion? What is that? I've never heard of that before, a bespoke religion. I've encountered all kinds of religions before, but I've never heard of that one before. The Ahmads are amazing here, not me. Gwendolyn here is an amazing Ma. Don't let her deceive you. And she has feet pics that she shares free, that she charges other people on her OnlyFans page. She shares freely with us, right? That you can see on our Discord. It's a curated to be an individual. That's important, right? Human creativity. Your religious endeavors are your creativity. And it's beautiful when you could share some of that creativity with the world you're in, when other people find inspiration in it, right? Freedom of speech only applies to the government. Private channels, they don't have to put up with your bullshit. Yeah. Thank you, Shemshir. Thank you. What is Abad's favorite first breakfast? I don't know. I don't eat breakfast. Yeah, Gwendolyn has feed pics. They're available on Discord for your arousal pleasure. Our friend Gwendolyn here shares her feet with you. We used to have people share their other private parts, but our Christian friends said they didn't like that, so we moved that all over to the OnlyFans page. That's a crazy idea. There's no pre-Christian Europe. Yeah. Yeah. I only share pics of your pinky toe. Oh my. You want to see our good friend from the land of the ancestors, Blake's pinky toes? There you are. Come join our Discord. We have a wonderful, wonderful community there. All gods are man-made. I am Cherokee, French, Cajun, and Irish. That's all man-made too. Right? Everything, just because it's man-made doesn't give it value and purpose. The idea of a deity that you are able to perceive and mold with your creativity can be a very positive and healthy thing for people. Carl Jung knew this. The idea of archetype, right? These can be very helpful to you in your development. It's not helpful when it enslaves you, when you create a deity that enslaves you, like you have in a lot of these Abrahamic faiths, right? Do I like Motley Crue? Girls, 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 smoking in the boys' room. Of course I like Motley Crue. That's why I have this. I got this from Motley Crue in the background here. They had the pentacle at all of their concerts, right? Because if the sorcery gets into you, one of our members Why Not shared this interesting show about sorcery, the power of symbol and how it deceives you, right? What was funny about this video we showed, some of you saw it on Discord, is that it has all these it's got like Baywatch in the beginning, right? So if you're a gentleman, you're like watching, where's the sorcery there? It's happening in my pants right now, right? What is my favorite coffee? Espresso, of course, right? I love Starbucks. Now, Starbucks is an acquired taste. It's like charcoal coffee. And I know it's very commercialized, but I still love it. I like going to Starbucks to see all of the people of diversity serving me and everything, right? You like the band Bread? How's coffee for you? That's your local coffee roaster. I'm a persistent little bunny. Yeah, well, give me $20. We'll see how far we can go. There's no X in espresso. There's for me. There's for me. We take our coffee very seriously here in Australia. I bet you do, right? You do everything down under. You played a druid yesterday. Yeah, you saw that on our YouTube or Discord page. It was that you could be a nature's defender. Yeah, it's fun playing these different these games where you can be all these interesting personalities, right? You know, choosing a class is really choosing something that's inside of you, I think, or where you're able to express yourself through this avatar, right? I have a tendency to always do the paladin. And what does that say about the person that wants to do that, right? There's something in me where I'm able to live that out, these inner realities. You like the Starbucks blueberry muffins, right? 3 more likes, folks, right up here. Go touch it. I need to get to 100 or my wife's going to send me to the street corners to do male prostitution to make up for lost time. You are very sick and you need help, but I hope you get all the attention you're craving. Yeah, my penis hasn't been working the best. Thank you for being concerned about it. You are a real humanitarian, concerned with the nature of my penis and wanting it to work well, right? It's really motivated by money. That's what it's motivated by. And if you really are concerned, please go to my erectile dysfunction fund down there and donate to get my wiener hard once again. Thank you for being a humanitarian. We got to 100. Honey, you don't have to send me to the street corner.
Oh, that's good.
You see, I got over to 100 likes here. Just in time, too. We're almost at the end, right? We're almost at that. When this dips back down in the 30s, I'll call it a day. You see it? Keep it up. You have to keep it up. We got 3 more minutes left. If that dips down in the 30s, we'll call it a day. If not, I'll just keep going until the next show. I'm a good listener. Yeah. You can't learn wisdom from a book. No, you cannot. Wisdom is an experience in the right place, in the right time. Wisdom to me is a lady, and she speaks to you in that special moment, right? You can't like read a book on wisdom. That's knowledge, what you're doing. And there's nothing wrong with knowledge. Wisdom is an experience that you are drawn into, right? And there's certainly voices of wisdom that inspire you, that encourage you, right, in your life. It's found in the streams. Wisdom is found in the rivers, right? I am trans and take a lot of hormones. I can't keep it up with anymore. Yeah, well, I can't really speak to your experience because I don't have to take anything from me, right? But I'm sure that there's other people here that can contribute to your experience. Yeah. Gay and Muslim here. Look, what a contradiction. Try being a gay Muslim in Saudi Arabia. I mean, they'll throw you off a roof, right? How are you Sunday? Yeah. Gay people are welcome here, certainly. It's Hey Ram. Hey Ram. Hey Ram. Hey Ram. Hey Ram. So I had to be a Muslim lady for you. Yeah, we have lots of trans people here, diverse people, gay. You're all welcome here to the conversation, right? I have a daughter who's, I don't know what she is all the time. I mean, she says, I'm a queer. She's always changing. One day she wants to be a boy. The next day she's painting her nails and wearing dresses. I can't keep up with, but I'm there to love her, to support her in her journey. Yeah. YMCA. Yeah. Homophobia is like racism. It doesn't make any sense, right? Homophobia really has the origins, I think, in the Abrahamic religions, because you have sanctioned homophobia. You have instructions of destroying gay people, and you have a God who doesn't like people of diversity. So I think it is all sanctioned, and that's where it has its origins from. Because most of the people in the world, like if you go back and read all the Greek material, if you really get into Greek philosophy, there's a lot of homosexuality there, right? I mean, you had the isle called Lesbos, right? Um, People of diversity have always been around, but it's the Abrahamic traditions that really making their presence in the world as a form of control and manipulation of cultures and people gives you these reasons to hate people for what you want to do with your private parts. Now, I might think you sticking your private part in a tailpipe is unhealthy, right? But to say that God is going to destroy you for doing that, that's inappropriate, right? It's a red flag there. Yeah. Let's see. If you are a homosexual and you're a different race or color, you're a human being. I think it really doesn't make any sense to be racist or homophobic. Yeah, these are learned behaviors. Any type of hatred towards another person is a learned behavior for whatever reasons, right? You're not born homophobic, for instance. These are things that are taught to you by your peer groups, your cultures, and all of these other things, right? Let's see. No comment. Let's see here. Where am I? All atoms are divine. You are all divine. Misty, misty woo. We all bleed the same. The air isn't clean here. You're too close to Canada. Yeah, this will be our Canadian friends. Gwendolyn here is in New York. The air's not too nice right now, right? This terrible experience of our northern neighbors here. Druids used to cover themselves and hide in blood and bowls and meditate for revelation. Bring it back. Well, I'm not in favor of hiding in blood. The idea of sacrificing animals to me is abhorrent. I don't have a problem with eating the animal, but using the animal's death as a way to connect to divinity, I think is terrible. We are all made of the stuff of stars. You're in Michigan, yeah. That's my where I grew up. I grew up in the Detroit area. I lived in all of the suburbs. I lived on the east side. I lived between my childhood home is now destroyed. It's on between 7 and 8 Mile between Shana and Gratiot. You probably know what that is, right? Terrible neighborhood. Yeah. Got 12 miles a day, and you got to wear N95 masks to work now if you live up there in northern New York, right? 8 Mile, baby. You were a chicken. You'd rather your death be in nature for religious reason than a factory farm, to be honest. To me, there's the idea of ritual sacrifices is a terrible and evil thing, unless it's a communion, a reality where you're communing with the God through the meal or something like that. The idea of appeasing deities or getting stuff from deities through sacrifice, I think, is a barbaric behavior that humanity needs to move beyond. You go up Kalamazoo. Okay, so you're out towards the west there. Our good friends, the Kalamazoo, right? Beautiful area over there, right? Cheeks up. Yeah, you want it. Give me $20 first, right? I love you all. My wife is waking up. All right, Gwendolyn, thank you for being here. As I said, when I go back down to the 30s, I'm going to call it a day. We're at 45 right now. I have reached the climax of my giving. We're over 100, so that I'm happy. I don't have to go out and do male prostitution today. How do I create a haunted doll? I don't know. Haunted dolls is not my thing. I mean, you ever see like the Annabelle? I mean, that's ridiculous. If the Annabelle movies are scary, right? But if you see the historic Annabelle doll, I mean, what's scary about that? Nothing. It's a Raggedy Ann doll. It's like having a Barbie doll or something, like being demonic. I mean, there's no fear factor. So they changed the image of the doll for the movies, right, to be more appropriate. The Bride of Chucky. Yeah. Take care, our good friend Gwendolyn. And don't forget, my friends, today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have a community stream here. We're going to be watching the movie Reefer Madness together. It's about an hour-long film. Come and enjoy it. Have a good time. Laugh, right? This guy opened the case and he had a heart attack. Really? Chuck, you like Chucky? Kim Marie, good to see you again. You put a piece of your soul in the Rainbow Bunny stuff. I really hope it's only for your future grandkids. You think places do have bad energy? Yeah, you felt it. Yeah, the memory that, like if you've been to Auschwitz, right? You'll start weeping when just from the presence of the evil memory that's there, the memory of pain. Like, people can't explain, when you go to these dark places, you have a reaction to the memory that's there. No one has to tell you that something evil has taken place there. You feel it and you react to it. Places, my ancestors knew that places contain memories, right? That's why they named their rivers, their mountains, their trees. This was something we've lost in terms of our modern religious realities. The idea of land memory. I think it's very important that we recover that. Places can have dark and they can have positive memories. The land remembers, right? Let's see. The energy is still present there. There's dark portals there. Why don't I mention you? Why don't you let me into your group? Because you do racist stuff. That's why. See, our friend Icy comes on here and he substitutes real life things with words like orcs and dwarves and stuff like that. And that's inappropriate to do. I think you've been banned on here already. I understand your sentiment. You're trying to be humorous, but there's other ways to do that, right? What is this spiritual entertainment, my friend? Comedy and spirituality together here, 7 days a week for your entertainment leisure. I am here for you, my friends. Most mountains are spiritual. You want to praise Jesus Christ? You're on your way to church, Jade. Yeah. I'm glad you could stop in here and save my soul on the way to church. All right. Yeah, I do comedy here. Yeah. Yeah, at least he gave you $2. Yeah, that was nice. That was kind of you to do so. But the sentiment is rooted in something that is kind of a trick. They want you to respond to the money. I'm not going to be controlled by your gift to promote a humor that is inappropriate, right? Danu is your mother, Chemistry. Where have you been? Are you our old friend, Chemistry, or are you in different Chemistry? We have a good friend named Chemistry from Scotland that stops in every now and then. I don't know if you are that person. Some people are mean and just want to bully. It's because of jealousy and confusion. I am racist because you are a gnome. Yeah, sure you are. This is someone that is talking gibberish. Prove it. I think I've articulated my point of view quite well. Where is the gibberish here? Show me. Give me an example of it. I have all kinds of conversations with people, and I feel that I articulate my points quite well. Am I a medium? No, I am not. I am an entertainer. That is what I am. That is what I do here. Comedy and spirituality. I am not a medium. My wife's a medium. I'm not. Yeah. You see demons in your pants? Yeah, well, I get that all the time. There's a devil inside, right? You love me, Mark? You are one of my lovers? Yeah. Once you experience the bod, it's hard not to walk away, not being in love, right? Lewis, our morning astrologer, the Pope of Dope is here, ready to do his church service here. Lewis here, our stoned again Christian. Lewis, are you going to our church meetup later today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Reefer Madness show that we'll be doing as a community later on today? Yeah, you're coming in at the end of the show here. You don't like saying things like in front of people? Yeah. They're in Kentucky too, like werewolves. Yeah, werewolves everywhere. Nibbles, nice to see you. I'm Harry Potter, or whatever, right? It doesn't matter to me. All right, my friends, I've come to the conclusion of my broadcast. I will return to you at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with people in my Discord community. We will be watching Reefer Madness together. Come get a laugh. Enjoy yourself. Have a great rest of your day.